You're welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us. The Ghanaian company that partnered Ceftec India Private Limited, the Indian company which builds the Komenda sugar factory, is discounting claims there are no raw materials to feed the Komenda sugar factory. CEO of the company, Perilnes Ltd, whose company Perilnes worked on the haulage, the supply of sugar cane, and also manned the boiler of the factory, says there is absolutely no excuse for the continuous shutdown of the factory and wants government to do the needful, as he says, to put the factory into good use. Ahead of the president's visit to the Komenda sugar factory on Friday, Perilnes Ltd says the Komenda sugar factory is a game changer for employment and the importation of sugar into the country and should be given the necessary attention.
They were started somewhere end of May, and then we did a test run for 1 month, and then it was shut down because it was raining season. And during the rainy season, you know, we don't do sugarcane haulage and all that. So they had to use the period for maintenance. It was because some of the civil works at the time had not been completed before they commissioned the plant. So they had to stop and complete the civil works. Personally, I think that they should have waited for everything to be completed before starting probably the test run. But for some reason, they had to do the test run.
Do we have raw materials to ensure the operation of the factory?
You see, this argument, sometimes I find it difficult to understand because nobody has done a survey. Nobody has done a survey to know the quantum of sugarcane in the forest or with the farms, the sugarcane farms. The only thing is that the factory hasn't got a plantation on its own, so it has to rely on outgrowers. And for us to say that there's no sugarcane, we must do a survey to know the quantum of sugarcane available with the outgrower farms. Then we can say that, well, this sugarcane here will be able to work for maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or maybe the whole period. Then we can advance that argument. But what I know is that if we really want to do a continuous process, then maybe the factory has to have its own plantation in addition to the outgrower farms. And probably that is what people are talking about.
Recently, researchers at the University of Cape Coast advanced the same argument of lack of raw materials and a required variety of sugarcane for the factory.
Well, I don't know how they came by all that, but the sugarcane that we need for the production of sugar is available. The species are available. The university, the molecular biology department has also identified a new breed. And I don't know if this is the breed they are referring to, but the old breeds that we're using, 41227 and B6464, maximum it will last for like 90 days. So it means that if we want full production, then we will have to grow sugarcane. Either we do a plantation or we help the outgrowers, you know, to beef up what they have.
People have been arguing that indeed there was no sugar produced. Did the factory really produce sugar?
Not that they say. I was there. We crushed sugarcane and then sugar was produced. But you see, I've also heard some people saying that why sugar was not produced. But you see, what we should understand is that sugar is in grades. We have in Kumsa 45 up to 1,200, depending on the purity of the sugar. Now, the fact that brown sugar or off-white sugar was produced does not mean sugar was not produced. Every sugar that was produced there is edible.